So, it is kind of uncanny for one to tell people who Elon Musk is. The world already knows him as an engineer, technology entrepreneur, investor, innovator, and on top of that, he is a visionary who has taken tons of leaps to bless the world with amazing technologies and avenues synergized through his companies Tesla, SpaceX, Boring Company, OpenAI, and so on. In this video, I am going to give you top 10 advice for young people who want to be rich and successful from Elon Musk. The first advice is, don't confuse schooling with education. I didn't go to Harvard, but the people that work for me did. A lot of people still think the best place to be if you need education is school. In fact, as soon as you mention education, the first thing that comes to the mind is school. Which school do you attend? But the truth is that education may be related to schooling, but school is not the only place to get quality education. The second advice is, you want to have a future where you are expecting things to be better, not one where you are expecting things to be worse. Of a truth, we have a lot of pessimists in our society today, and it's as a result of the environment they found themselves growing up. But what Elon is trying to point out here is that despite what we see around us, we should still expect a future where things are better, not just sitting and expecting. You work towards making it better for yourself, and then you can now expect things to be better by cultivating an optimistic way of living. The third is that good ideas are always crazy until they are not. When Elon Musk decided to invest all his money into Tesla, SpaceX, and Solar City, the world thought he was crazy. But guess what? Years later, they found out he isn't. So when you have a good idea, make sure you act on them. For the fourth advice, constantly think of how you could be doing things better. Keep questioning yourself. This is very important for improvement's sake. If you ever seek to grow and improve your field of endeavor, make sure you are always thinking of how you can make things better, how you can do things better. The fifth advice is that it's okay to have all your eggs in one basket as long as you can control what happens to that basket. The most important part of this advice is as long as you can control what happens to that basket. The truth is that if you cannot do this, it's better not to put all your eggs in one basket. The sixth advice is, I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. Well, if you ask me, I will say I just don't think so. I know so because I have seen people rise from grass to grace, from ordinary to extraordinary. So, it is very possible for ordinary people to become extraordinary. The seventh advice is that if something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor. Yes, do it, even when the odds are not in your favor. Because it's better to have tried and failed at something than not trying at all. Not trying simply because the odds were not in your favor. So, the real definition of failure is when you refuse to ever try because you thought you were going to fail. The eighth advice is, failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. To a layman, hearing this alone will make him think, Elon is crazy. He's crazy for saying this. He's crazy for saying that if things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. But the truth is that you have to fail in order to climb that ladder of success. And if any successful man tells you they never failed on their way up, they are lying to you. In fact, you shouldn't be listening to such persons. The society punished you for failing in school while growing up because they see failure as a bad thing. But failure is in fact a blessing in disguise because it helps you to try again more intelligently. The ninth advice is that persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. True talk. Except you persist as a businessman, you can't succeed. Except you persist as a student, you won't ever graduate. In fact, you will get laid off as an academic failure. Persistence is very important in all we do. It's a wise decision to make to never let giving up on anything be an easy thing to do, because the life of a quitter is always filled with plenty of uncompleted projects, and that's not good. Finally, the last but not the least advice of Elon Musk is take risks now and do something bold. You won't regret it. Elon, looking at his life, is a risk taker, and that's how he has succeeded. He was never afraid of taking risks. Looking at his history of how he started in his business, if he had not done the needful, I don't think we would have known him today. He never succeeded because of luck. Nobody succeeds by luck. Every good thing happens for a reason, and also every bad thing happens for a reason. If you do the needful in life, you will win in life. Life is not complicated as we make it look. It's just very simple and easy to understand. You can't reap when you have not sown any seed. Anybody you see reaping must have sown their seeds long time ago. But when the world sees you reaping, they call you lucky. It's crazy how people just complicate simple and easy things to understand. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share our videos to your friends and family. Thank you and one love.